There we go. So we're going to be using our yoga straps today. And surprise, surprise, we're going to be focusing on our core muscles. We've been doing that for quite a while now. But first, let's get ourselves settled in our chairs. You can have your strap just sort of resting on your legs. Don't need it for the first few minutes. Let your hands rest softly on your legs. Let your shoulders relax. Let your feet rest on the floor. And then start to take some nice, long, deep breaths. Now we're going to start as usual today with some head circles. So nice and slow. Let your head start to make some circles. Warming up your neck. No big deal. But you may try inhaling as your head comes up and exhaling as your head comes down. And let's go one more time in this direction. And then reverse when you're ready. Inhaling up and exhaling down. One more time. And the next time your head comes down, pause there. Press your shoulders down away from your ears and hold your belly in lightly. And then on your next inhale, lift your head. And then on your exhale, tip your head back and pause. Still holding your belly in lightly. And then we'll inhale again as we bring our heads back to neutral. Relax your neck and shoulders. Maybe turn your head right and left and just notice how your neck feels now. Hopefully it feels a little more loose. Roll your shoulders a couple times. And then let's bring our arms down by our sides and make some circles with our wrists. Reverse your circles. And then open your hands up towards the ceiling and spread your fingers out. And then close your fingers up and make some fists. And then open and close, open and close. And then shake your hands, move your fingers, shake your arms. Okay, and then again, bring your arms down by your sides and inhale as you raise your arms up into the air and exhale down to your heart. And then inhale, press forward and exhale back to your heart. Belly is still pulled in. Inhale, press up and exhale out to the side. So we're not doing extreme core work yet. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale down to your heart. We're just holding our bellies in lightly. We're just becoming aware of that sensation of engaging our core muscles. Keeping that belly pulled in. Inhale up. Exhale to your heart. This is the last time for this movement. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And inhale up. And exhale out to the sides. Belly is still pulled in, and roll your shoulders. Now we can't walk around all day long pulling our bellies in, just holding it in forever. We have to take breaks. So if you need a break, take a break. Only you know. Now reverse your shoulder rolls. And then bring both shoulders forward, up towards your ears and back down your back, opening your chest, and you're still holding your belly in. Not so easy when you're arching your back, but we're still aware. We're aware of our core. And then on your next inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, palms together, down to your heart and relax. So now let your belly go. Let it relax. Let it soften. Okay. We're going to continue to work on our arms a little bit, but we're still kind of focused on our core. So go ahead and grab your strap and bring your arms out parallel to the floor out in front of you. Okay, and just pause here for a breath or two, and then we're going to start to make some circles. On your next inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, circle down in front of your body. And then inhale up again, making big circles out in front of you. So we're inhaling as we come up. Exhaling as we come down. Feel your arms, feel your shoulders, feel your chest. One more time in this direction. And this time when your arms come down in front of you, pause and reverse. Now move straight back up in front of your body and then down in front of you, out in front of you. So now we're inhaling up towards our chest, exhaling out in front of us. I hope that made sense. We're just reversing those circles. And let's do that 2 more times. And then let the strap rest on your legs. Let your shoulders relax. And this seems like a really good time to do a side stretch. We've got our arms all warmed up and we're needing to move down into our sides. So let's grab that strap again and wrap the strap around your left thumb. So let the strap hang off of your left thumb and then press your left arm straight up into the air, holding on to the bottom of the strap with your right hand and then pulling with your right hand, right arm, your left arm to the right side. So we're just doing a side stretch and the strap is just helping us. And notice if you can pull your belly in here. A little more difficult. Okay, let's inhale back up and switch sides. So now the strap is on your right thumb. Stretch your right arm straight up and hold on to the bottom of the strap with your left hand, and then start to bring your body over to the left side. So using your left arm, gently pulling on your on your right arm. So we never do anything 100% in yoga. We're always gentle. We're always paying attention. We always want to stay within our comfort zones. And that doesn't mean we're not working. It just means we know where the edge is. We're not going near the edge. We're not going to hurt ourselves. One more breath. And then slowly release. Again, lay the strap down onto your legs. Roll your shoulders a couple times. Okay. And now we're going to do our spinal twist, but we're going to do two different versions of spinal twist. If you haven't come forward in your chair yet, go ahead and slide forward so you can sit up tall. And we're going to start with our upper backs. So bring your hands to your shoulders, elbows pointing out to the sides. We're going to inhale to the front and exhale as we turn gently to the right. And then inhale back to the front and exhale gently to the left. So we're moving very gently, very mindfully. Inhaling again to the front, exhaling to the right. Inhale to the front, exhale left. And now just follow your breath. Inhaling back to the front and exhaling to each side. And we're just twisting, we're rotating our upper backs around the backs of our ribs, the sides of our ribs. The next time you come to the right side, stay there. And you can keep your head in neutral, or if you like, you can turn your head to the right. But you really want to pay attention to your back, to your upper back. Not going past that edge. And then on our next inhale, let's come back to the front and exhale to the left and pause. Breathe into it. So every time you breathe, you're exercising your core. It takes a lot of muscles to breathe. Not just your lungs. One more breath. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, release your arms down and roll your shoulders. You can move your ribs a little, move your whole torso if you like. Get those muscles communicating, moving together. Okay, so now we're going to move into our classic spinal twist, where we're going to feel it mostly in our middle backs and in our bellies. Keep your legs facing forward and start to rotate over to the right side. You can hold on to your right leg with your left hand. Bring your right hand behind you onto your chair. And then press your right shoulder back. So now you've opened up the whole right side of your body. And breathe into it. One more breath. Now, before we come out of this twist, let's just add a little stretch for our necks. So take your head and turn your head to the left. And don't force it. Just find a nice, comfortable position. You're stretching out the right side of your neck. Just enough to feel it. And then bring your head back to neutral and unwind yourself. Bring yourself back to the front and roll your shoulders again. All right. And we're going to repeat on the left side. So rotating your body towards the left side, letting your hands rest where they're comfortable. Pressing your left shoulder back. That's a small movement, but it really does open up your chest and it helps you to find that deeper twist. So you'll know where the edge is because you won't be comfortable. And be like, wait, I don't like this. So then that's when you back off. Breathe into it. One more breath. And then we're going to turn our heads to the right for a little extra stretch for our necks. And then bring your head back to neutral and unwind yourself and roll your shoulders again. Okay, so now we're going to do our forward fold and we're going to combine that with cats and cows and no, we're not going to use the strap for this, sorry, but we are going to be using our core muscles. So just start with a simple forward fold, hinging at the hips, coming down towards your thighs. And you're going to start feeling this in your low back. And so notice where the edge is again. And stay in your comfort zone. Don't go too far. Sometimes a little bit is better than a lot. One more breath. And now when we come up out of this, we're going to come into cow pose first. So start to push your chest forward, arching your back, shoulder blades down your back. As you inhale, you're lifting up. And then once you come up, you're rounding your back, pull your belly in, and then hinge at the hips again, and come back down towards your thighs. And then as you inhale, arch your back into cow pose, lift up, round your back, belly pulled in, hinge at the hips. So it's like we've created a river of energy moving up and down our spines, just arching and rounding and flattening our backs. Let your body move naturally. And you're going to naturally want to inhale as you come up because you've made space for your breath, for your inhale. And you're going to want to exhale as you come down because then you're pressing the air out. Just do that a couple more times. And the next time we come down towards our thighs, we're just going to rest right there. So no cat, no cow, just kind of hanging out in this forward fold. You can keep your hands on your thighs or slowly bring your hands down towards your feet. And at the very end, let your head drop down. So that's all optional. That's not necessary. But if it feels good to you, just move slowly. Now let's take a couple more breaths here. And then when you're ready, with your hands on your thighs, one more time, lift yourself back up. And let's just pause for a couple breaths. Move around if you like. Just notice how your upper body feels. We did a lot. We just did a lot. Your upper body hopefully is feeling kind of warm and soft and flexible, awake. And we're going to work on our legs next. So let's go ahead and stand up. Bring your strap with you and let your strap rest on the back of your chair. We'll use it. We'll use it again. We need to warm our legs up first. Let me fix this. Sorry. Okay. So we're pretty warmed up from the hips up, right? So now we want to warm up from the hips down. And let's start with a calf stretch. So step your right foot back and press into your heel. Hold your belly in. So when we're in these standing poses, we can really focus on our core if we like. We can do a lot of work here, or we can just be aware. Just gently pull your belly in. That's still work. And then we're going to shift forward. Lift your right leg, bend your knee, and flex your foot. And then press your right leg behind you, pressing into your heel. Got a little too close to my chair, so I'm having to rock my chair forward. Okay, go ahead and release. Back to mountain pose. And if you did what I did and got too close, then step back a little bit. So just your fingertips are on the chair. And then we'll do the same on the left side. So step your left foot back and do a calf stretch. Pressing into your left heel. Now you can keep your hands on the chair if you like. Your fingertips on the chair, or you can bring your hands to your hips. This creates a little bit of a balancing pose. And again, engaging your core muscles helps you to stay here. Helps with stability. One more breath. And then shift your weight forward, lift your left leg, bend your knee and flex your foot. You can have a hand on the chair if you like. Check your core, check your belly, check your back. See if you can feel some tightness there. Some communication between your belly and your legs and your back. All right. And then press your left leg behind you, pressing towards your heel. Okay, let's release. Check your legs out. Move your arms, shake yourself, shake your arms, shake your legs. We're gonna do some hip circles, and then we're gonna move into a warrior one flow with the strap. So hip circles are always good in between sequences just because it kind of connects upper and lower body. So coming into a wide stance with your hands on your hips, just start to make some circles with your hips. No big deal. And then reverse. All right, let's come back to neutral. Release our arms down by our sides. Take a couple breaths. And then one time, inhale up overhead and exhale, press down. So you're grounding yourself, preparing yourself for some standing poses, for a little bit of work. Okay, so then we step back towards mountain pose. And we're facing our chairs. So we're facing our chairs, which are at the long edge of our mats if we're using a mat. And so you want to be aware of the space in front of you because we're going to end in a warrior three where we're reaching out like this. So you can do this with your strap or you can have your hands on your chair. So go ahead and position yourself in a place where you can come into a warrior three without bumping into any furniture or walls or anything. Okay. I'm giving a lot of instructions today, I know. So if you know all this, just tune me out. Okay, so we start in mountain pose as usual. Belly pulled in. And then step your right foot back and start to build your warrior one. Bending your left knee. Centering your body equally on both legs. So you're nice and stable. And then just raise your arms out in front of you, holding onto that strap. For warrior one. And you know, if you didn't have a strap, you could do all of this without the strap. But adding the strap gives us a little more stability, I think, and a little more focus. And now we're going to make 3 circles. So let your arms come down in front of you and then up towards your chest. That's 1 circle. And again, down in front of you and back up. And 1 more time. And this time, raise your arms straight up in the air, reach up, lengthen your body like you could touch the ceiling. And then release. Bringing the strap and your arms down in front of you. And now we're going to take that strap around behind our backs. Hold on wherever you can, and then press down towards the floor. So this is stretching out your chest, your arms, a little bit in your neck, maybe. You're arching your back. One more breath. And then release your arms. Bring the strap back around in front of you. And then let the strap kind of loop around both thumbs so that you can come into prayer pose. Bring your hands into prayer pose. And then bring your hands to your heart. And then we're coming into humble warrior. So hinging at the hips. And you have to hold your belly in to do this. Humble warrior. One more breath. now you can bring your hands to your thigh or your chair to help yourself up, or you can engage your core muscles and lift yourself up. They're already engaged. You've already got some strength there. So you have to decide if your back wants to do that or not. So we're going to do it again on the other side. And now we're ready for that warrior three. So take your arms out in front of you, parallel to the floor, holding on to your strap. Hold your belly in, shift forward, and stop when you get your right big toe to the floor. And you might just stay there. This is not easy. If you engage your core muscles, it's a little bit easier. And then if you like to lift your leg up behind you, start to move forward and down. Your hands can be on the chair if you like. But this is all about your core. And then slowly come back up. Reposition yourself back in that warrior one stance. And then one more time, we're going to come into prayer pose. So bringing your palms together at your heart. And then turning gently to the left. So a little twist here right at the end. One more breath. And then slowly unwind yourself, coming back to the front. Release your arms down and step back to mountain pose. Just take a few breaths, maybe move around, maybe roll your shoulders. So now we're going to repeat that sequence on the other side, and that was 5 poses. Starting with warrior one, step your left foot back, bend your right knee. Engage your core. You can just pull your belly in lightly, and then find warrior one. Now we're going to add those 3 circles again. So let's bring our breath into it this time. Exhaling as your arms come down in front of you. And then inhaling as you reach back up. Exhale down. Inhale up. One more time. And this time when your arms come up, reach up, straight up, big stretch. And then release down and bring the strap around behind your back and press down. So I'm trying not to talk so much this time. You just did this, so your body knows what to do. One more breath. Release your arms. Release the strap back in front of you and find prayer hands again. And hinge at the hips into humble warrior. And then remember, you can put your hands on your chair or your thigh to lift yourself up. But any way you do it, you still want to use your core muscles to lift yourself up. Okay, and now we're ready for warrior three. So bring your arms out parallel to the floor. You're already holding your belly in. And then shift forward, landing on your left big toe, maybe staying there. And then lift your left leg up if you like. You don't have to come up too high to realize that you're suddenly balancing. You got to use your core muscles. All right, we're coming right back to warrior one. One more time, step your left foot back, build your foundation again. We have one more pose here. Palms together at your heart and turn to the right for a little twist. One more breath. And then slowly unwind yourself, bringing yourself back to center. Release your arms down, step forward. Strap can rest on your chair now, and shake your arms and legs. Move around any way you like. And we're going to do one more pose here before we have a seat. So you may feel some tension in your back from all that effort we just put in, all that core awareness. So we're going to try to release that with a downward facing dog. With your hands on the chair, start to walk yourself back until your body comes into an upside down capital L. Okay, and once you get there, lightly hold your belly in, but let your chest drop down. Keep your knees soft, so don't lock your knees back. And keep your neck in neutral. Don't look up. Don't let your head fall down. Just keep your neck in neutral. Let's take a couple more breaths. When you're ready to come out of this pose, bend your knees. You can keep your hands on the chair if you like, and lift yourself up. Coming back to mountain pose. Rolling your shoulders, moving around any way you like. And then bring your arms down by your sides. And one time, let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, press down. And right back down through your center, grounding yourself again. And then we're going to come back to our chairs. This time we can slide back in our chairs. Take a couple breaths. Maybe move your head again or your shoulders or just any kind of movement you like to do so that you can give yourself 2 or 3 minutes to just relax, to just stop moving, just sit quietly. What a gift that we can pause and just breathe. See if you can let your face relax. by dropping your jaw down just enough to make space between your back teeth. And then once you've done that, you may feel the sensation of softness moving through your body, just letting your jaw drop down. Don't worry about your posture. Just rest. Gradually start to deepen your breath. And as you do, you might start to move your head or your hands or your feet or your shoulders, just any kind of small movements you like. Gradually bringing yourself back. And then once you've opened your eyes, bring your hands to your heart and rub your hands softly. And then open your hands out to the sides. Inhale up. And exhale, cross your arms and give yourself a big hug. And then one more time, bring your palms together and bow forward. Namaste. Thank you all for being here today. Hope you have a good afternoon. Let me stop you.